Let's discuss. Back again with another reaction video. Once again, very excited because Revaira has put out a new track today. Revaira is a band I found on the YouTube channel through the live streams that I do on Tuesday and Saturdays. Somebody requested their track Bloom, and I fell in love with it right away. To this day, definitely one of my favorite tracks and bands that I've ever found on the YouTube channel. Bloom is just an incredible song. I went back and listened to their old album. After that, they released the track Ornament. I did a reaction video for that. And this is their third independently released single. This one is called Maze. They have an album, and it's very, very good, but the direction that they've taken on the two new singles that I have heard so far, Bloom and Ornament, has been just out of this world. So I really dig the stuff they're doing with the clean vocals, incorporating it into those, making those heavy parts really stand out, and that's what I'm hoping to see from this track. So I'm going to stop talking, and we are going to get straight into it. Strange Works. Oh! That pause. Oh my. Love that intro.
I crave to forget, but my soul still remembers that vibrant dream burning in me. I chose a life in remorse. Even when I tried to stand still and be fine, I always stopped to soar above.
Bass is nice and loud.
Makes me shiver all alone. One step back as I take one forward. Is there hope inside? Now I am tumbling through the night, feeling desperate and torn.
Drumming sounded really good as well.
Even
Revaira, Maze, let's discuss. Another fantastic track from Revaira, in my opinion. Starting off with that intro, fantastic. I really like how whatever that is in the beginning, synth or whatever, that carries on through into the beginning of the song and the instrumentals. The instrumental intro that you get in the beginning is fantastic. That sold me on the song pretty much right away. I love that. There's a little spot. This is another track. I talked about it a lot with Era's new album, but where I feel like everybody has some shine in the song when it comes to bass. There's a spot for the bass to be shining, a few spots for drumming. The drumming sounded fantastic on this track. This is probably my favorite. The drumming has sounded good on Revaira tracks, but you definitely hear that progression with these tracks. I really liked what they did when they went to that aerial view for the shift in the song. I think it was towards the end, if I'm not mistaken. But just throughout the entire song, the drumming was definitely hitting for me. Vocals, obviously, doing what I love for them to do. Guitar, that intro piece, the pauses, absolutely the pauses were one of my favorite parts of the song. I'm not sure what that does or why it makes such a difference, but hearing those pauses, hearing them throughout the song, it just adds a lot for me, and I can't even pinpoint what it is about them that it just is an absolute yes from me. So I loved that chorus. I like the way that you go from that kind of riffy intro into the more open part where you have that absence of the instrumentals. And in some of those portions where you have the absence of the instrumentals and it's more of like a synth type and it's got more of an atmospheric vibe, some synth going on or whatever the case is, you can hear faint vocals and they're layered really, really intensely, I guess I would say, that adds so much to the atmosphere for me, because I've noticed with these two most recent prior to this one, but this one included, prior to this one, I noticed that there's something more in those parts that are kind of atmospheric. In all three of these singles, they've done a really good job of incorporating that, and each of them have had a spot that represents that, but I was noticing there was something different and I couldn't pinpoint it, and I think it's the use of clean vocals in those parts, maybe. I need to go back and re-listen more and do more investigation into that, but listening to this song, that's what I was noticing. Just the production has been fantastic for Revaira. I feel like these three singles have been incredible. Like I was saying in the beginning of the song, when you have that part where it comes onto the bass, sounds incredible, mixed very well. Oh, what I was in the middle of saying is I really dig how this song, it takes you from that intro that I was talking about into that more atmospheric part. It progresses into a breakdown and then takes you back into that chorus and seals the deal. Just very well done for Revaira. I think that Bloom is still my favorite Revaira track. I'm not sure because these singles have all been really good, but there's something about the chorus on this one that doesn't hit quite the same way as the other two, Ornament and Bloom, have for me, but it's still a fantastic chorus, don't get me wrong. All three have been amazing from Revaira, I feel. There was something in the chorus on this one that didn't grab me as much as the other two, but it still grabbed me for sure. Probably one of my favorite songs that I've heard this year. I've been listening to a lot of really great singles from newer bands. Maze is going to be one of them. So I'll be putting this on my playlist. I'll put the link in the description for the Certified Slappers playlist. This is definitely something that I'm enjoying seeing so I should explain a little bit more. So if you go back and listen to the album that they have in between, it's a great album. It's phenomenal. I think they did a great job putting out a metalcore album there, but it was riding the line of being a little bit generic. There wasn't too much that set it that far apart. For me, I love to put on that album and jam to it, though. It's a great album. But with these newer singles, I feel like in addition to having that heavier sound that they had in the album, they also now are utilizing the clean vocals, utilizing these slower portions of the song in such a way that sets them apart in my mind from other bands. So I definitely notice a distinction in their sound in these three singles that I'm loving to see. I love to see that, especially because they have that one album and then they have these three singles, and that's where they're at right now. So seeing the progression that indicates gets me excited to see what they're doing in the future. They're figuring out their sound, it seems. And I'm loving it. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Also, excellent visuals once again. Cruel Visions and Strange Work. Strangeworks. So I think Cruel Visions directed, if I'm not mistaken, and Strangeworks does a lot of the visual stuff on a number of videos that we've seen on the channel. I love it. I love the work with the visuals, the colors. Whenever I see Strangeworks on something, I think I've seen Cruel Visions on a few videos as well. I think Revaira would be one of them. But with Strangeworks, the colors I've been seeing whenever I see Strangeworks on a video, a lot of visuals that match up with the song perfectly. Sometimes a video is just like something random happening and there's not really any story or anything to take from the video, but with these videos lately I've been noticing that's not the case. So now those are my thoughts on the song. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you have a different song that you'd like to see added to either of the lists that I work off of when I'm doing request-based videos, both links will be in the description of this video, as well as the Linktree link, that's kind of hard to say. Linktree link, which has the invite for the Discord server that I talk about all the time, which is phenomenal. I love the people in the Discord server. We have a great time in there. So if you're interested in an online community like that, the link will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link. My handle on there is Rachel Reacts. It's the same as my YouTube channel, but I will put it up here on the screen for you, as well as it will be there in the description. I post my vinyl collection, merch, so much merch. What I listen to the most each week, I post my chart, music-related stuff. It's all music-related. So if any of that interests you, that will be there. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.